Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's Haelian. This is the last spell, and I love this game so much. I had to show it on the channel. I had been secretly playing this quite a bit during early access. I have about 14 hours on hand right now, and it is just an amazing game, really. Kind of a, I don't know, Darkest Dungeon meets maybe XCOM or something. One of these, you know, over-the-top strategy games, or overhead maybe is what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's just talk about the game. It is about $25 at full price. It's on the Switch, PlayStation, and on Steam, of course. I got it for a few bucks less during early access, I think, but I can't even say for certain now. Now let's talk about how do we play. So we are starting a mission right now, and these missions, the entire mission itself can take a while, like a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours it looks. At least that's what the last one took me when I played alone. But one day doesn't take too long, so we'll probably just do one day, honestly, which is kind of one wave of monsters. Anyway, we have 3 heroes to select from. We're going to position them accordingly. So we're going to move them over here. This is our archer. You can kind of tell by their abilities down here in the bottom left. These are all their abilities. This is the action point cost. Sometimes abilities also cost mana, which is the blue one here. They also have movement points, or how far they can move each turn. It's just based on the number of tiles. This is a new class recently for me. Looks like they're more of a melee class, so they can go a little bit further up front. I'm not certain how close I can be here. And this is also a melee. No, that deals magic. Oh, this might be a healer or restoration. I see. They also got like a stun, propagation, so it chains to different enemies. Okay. The healer definitely goes in the back. Maybe we'll do something like this. So we know the enemies are coming from the bottom right, so we're going to position accordingly. There's actually not a whole lot for us to do before we start combat here, but afterwards there's tons of different upgrades and customizables that we can work on. But first, let's slaughter the enemies. All right, it's all about just handling where these enemies are coming from. They should really only come from this direction, but it can be kind of spread out. You can see this actually wound up being quite spread out already. So we're just gonna have to work on keeping them at bay, and this isn't the only enemies that we're gonna be seeing. Once we end our turn, more enemies will probably be popping out to some degree. All right, so I know this archer has a great AoE ability here. So if we get hit 4 or 5 enemies with it, then we're looking pretty good. So I can move forward and try to hit all 5 of them. So why don't we go ahead and try to move them? I can select any character I want in whatever order I want. I kind of like using the AoE abilities all up front here, if possible. I might turn up the music or something for us, because the music's pretty, oh no, I'm sorry. Lock it. Let me turn things up a little bit here for us. Maybe turn down the sound effects to balance it out. Because the music's pretty amazing, I gotta say. Kind of like Doom-esque, I'd say, also. Alright, so we got the AoE. It just didn't kill one of them. That's okay. We have another AoE-ish ability. There's lots of details behind these. This will debuff enemies, so give them reduced movement. There's lots to think about there. Might kill all 4 of those. Yeah, I think this is still wise. I think. Okay, not quite. This is a short range, like heavier attack. This is a longer range attack. I'm thinking we just finish one of these here. Will the power shot just straight up kill this? You can see in the top right what the odds are and everything like that. So it's gonna kill it as long as it hits. Why don't we do that? Because maybe the healer has some weaker moves. I'm probably gonna have to move someone over to the right side to try to keep them coming. Okay, anyway, let's look at, because I haven't seen this character's abilities. So this is just a straight up melee attack. It has momentum. Deals bonus damage per tile traveled by the caster this turn. Okay, so we want to have moved a lot before using that, if possible. This is a maneuver. Moves the hero to the designated tile. So you move forward as you attack, I see. This is also a maneuver, same thing? I'm looking at the little icon to try to figure it out. Same thing, but like way more. Let's see. So if I use this, I can hit all three and it's pretty much guaranteed to kill apparently. Well, that's pretty good, I'd say. Did it work? Okay, it did. That was a nice little effect. So we can kill you with the basic attack now. We don't want to move that way though. Can I do this? Not do that. I can do this one again, I think. No? Does it cost movement points to use these as well? I have enough mana, I have enough action points. So, invalid maneuver, out of range. I wonder what it means by invalid maneuver. Oh, because I'm trying to end on an enemy and that doesn't work. Of course. But of course. Okay, so we don't really have anything else we can do here because we're out of movement. So we're just going to use the armor to buff ourselves and hopefully take less damage there. Okay, the healer. There's no one to heal yet. Let's see what we got. So we got Magic Bash. It's a pretty short range. I can actually undo that movement. This gives back a portion of the given attribute. Huh? Effects +3 movement points, plus 10% dodge. Magic damage stun, propagation ×6. So this is a short range magic user. That much is clear. What are the odds that this will hit both of them? I'm not sure. Propagation. Change the portion of damage as well as potential negative alterations applied to the skill to a random adjacent unit. Oh, so it's only adjacent. Okay, so we don't want that. Do that movement again. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let us buff our friend here. Select them, let them move over. And then we can use that to get one more kill. Hopefully that was worth it. And then nothing is adjacent to anything here. So I guess we kind of just want to finish this enemy off. No use to propagate or whatever. Let's see, that still does not hit that enemy. I'm hoping this winged thing doesn't just murder us too much. I'll admit, this is not a healer. It's more of a buffer, if anything, maybe. That's just a battle mage. So we only left one enemy alive. Hopefully they don't hurt us too badly here, but one enemy, I think there's more about to come also. Oh dear God. Got a little surrounded. They lost some health. They do have armor. That's what the gray bar above their health is, and that refills every turn. So that can help prevent some damage. Now seems like a good time to use this propagation spell. It'll bounce up to a certain amount. Oh, okay. I mean, it worked. Propagate over here too, because that's a lot of enemies, right? Oh no, it hit our friend. Whoops. So I made the... wait, what happened? Why don't they have any action point? Oh, they're stunned! Oh no, that's terrible. I stunned them. Okay, that's incredibly bad. Okay, you need to kind of get away. Let's hit the winged thing, because I feel like I'm gonna need to kill it. You can come over here. I kind of forgot we could hit each other like that. Oh, come on, though. 35% chance. Okay, that's a pretty good chance. That's a solid chance to miss, I'll admit. Okay, let's see. What's the most enemies we can get rid of here? We can hit 4. Here's another 4. I think we do that. This enemy's stunned. They have the star over their head. I think I just kill one of these. They're in great danger, though, admittedly. Okay, some mistakes were made. That was pretty bad. They're surrounded. They have no armor. Okay, they're okay. They're okay. They're okay. I didn't think I forgot about the propagate, I guess, to say the least. All right, this seems like a pretty good maneuver here. Can I use that more than once per turn? I can. But I do want to be careful. They're not going to have a lot of movement if I do this again. That's a bit of a yikes. Try to get back up here. Now only have one move left. Can I do that? I can. Okay, that wasn't actually... They ended up in an okay spot. So now we got to figure out how to handle the rest here. That's a pretty solid hit, right? 5 enemies? Here's hoping. Okay. I'm trying to think. So we can propagate over here. Whatever that name of that spell is. I keep calling it propagate. As if that makes it clear. The bouncy spell, I guess I'll call it. Dang, it didn't kill it. I should probably just finish off a weak enemy. I think I'm going to move here, which means that they are possible. It's possible they'll take some damage, but it blocks off one side of our sword user here. And it kind of just makes it harder to surround either of them. They're only open on 2 squares, right? Okay, my quote-unquote healer. It is time. Let's get the big move coming. Hopefully it still bounces and everything. It do. Okay. That went pretty smooth. You still have a good amount of movement points. I think we just use it again. Try to finish this thing now. Enemies can have armor too, which means if you hit an enemy with armor, you're really going to want to finish it off that same turn. Or if you get rid of their armor, I should say. So this is all about making the best of bad situations still. Like, things are going to get tough, you know? It's hard to keep up with the enemies. For certain. It's not the kind of game where you can just... what's the term I'm thinking of here? You can just perfect everything. Maybe you can. Maybe if you're better than me, you could. Let's see. Maybe let the archer handle the winged things over there, I'm kind of thinking. Kill this. I can't do that. Undo that. Move here. So mana is interesting. You actually only get a certain amount of mana back every night. And we haven't gone through night 1 yet. That means basically at the end of the enemy wave. Maybe try to kill the winged things. It's okay to stand close to the enemies. I haven't witnessed any counterattacks yet. Ooh. You really don't want them to get in there, though. It's just kind of too bad. Definitely can't kill it in one shot. Maybe I should have gone for an AoE on it. I'm not sure. Okay, might kill it. Oh, thank God. And I guess we finish off this weak guy here. You only have a certain amount of uses for each ability, so you have like a weak punch too that's unlimited, but this one only has 4 uses. The power shot only has 2 uses. You can see the bottom, very tiny text there. Okay, some of these things have like a minimum range and stuff. Okay, let's get over here and try to block the entrance. They're gonna hit the wall again. That's not the end of the world. Wow, I'm very trapped over here, actually, I just realized. There's 2 enemies here that you can barely make out. Can you one-shot anything? You might be able to one-shot this. The damage range is 40 to 53. Enemy health is 45. Guaranteed? Got it. Okay. Now that we did that, let us use the bouncy move. Very good. Now I should probably just double hit. I don't need to give anyone any movement points, I don't think. Let's try to block off the entrance. This might kill it. Oh, this is a momentum-based ability again. Oh, okay, so the more movement I've done, the more damage it deals. Gotcha. So I kind of just want to waste my movement, kind of. Wow, that's a lot of damage now. That's a big difference, huh? That missed? Yo, what? Oh, and it's only once per... Oh, that stinks. It's only like once per move there. Move back. Try again. The momentum resets when I use the ability is what I'm trying to say. All right, but this time. There, jeez. Okay, I can quickly check in the top right if there's any action points or movement points left in any of the heroes. There was not. I was trying to say you only regain mana in between nights, so you kind of want to be careful with it. Like, don't use it if you don't need to, I guess. Okay, so I think you should finish this one because they're kind of a straggler. That's not going to, like, murder our friend's face, right? Nope. Friend's face is fine. You can probably go for that. And then, is this overkill? It is extreme overkill. Wait, undo that move. Okay, here, I got a better plan. Go over here. I'm still going to use mana to finish them off. Very good. This is also a movement one. It should be fine. I shouldn't use any more mana, though, here. Seems unnecessary. Doesn't really matter who gets the kill or anything like that. I don't think it matters too much, at least. All right, we're done. So they got a little bit of health back, but I did take more damage than I probably should have, mostly because of that terrible stun. So we only got a B because I lost a ton of health. A B grade. I lost like a crazy amount of health, but no one died. So we kind of lose out on some things like, I don't know, something. I think we got an S on the defense of the knight. Did I explain the overall? I mean, I said you're defending, right? You're defending this point to be exact. You can build up walls now, but I'm going to show all that now. So the enemy direction now changes. They're coming from the bottom left, and they can come from multiple spots. So to finish off the video, let me show you what happens in between the phases. So that was one day. I don't know how many days they normally are, but it's quite a few. And like I said, even playing casually and, you know, rather quickly, it took me, I think, like 2.5 hours to get through one entire mission. All right, we are going to spend our Tainted Essence right now. That's what you can earn. It also seems to be where you find out a lot of lore about the game. So you come spend it with whatever deity this might be. So you earn this from the missions, from doing well and keeping your friends alive and such. And there's tons of stuff here. There's tons. So we'll unlock a new structure. We have 1,100 to spend. New defenses can be built. A new ballista. You can earn a shop reroll. Increase heroes' health, mana. Their daily health regen, mana regen, armor. You can unlock new weapons, potions. Omens are something that you use before a mission starts. And I think I want to get one of those because I actually didn't even have enough to fill this mission, is the best way I can describe it. Although I just unlocked something, I didn't read what it did though, for some reason. This one, all heroes have plus 40 armor. You know what, that one's pretty legit too. So none of this helps me right now, unfortunately. The two things I just unlocked, rather. Whereas everything else probably could have helped, you know, but I couldn't afford much anyway also, right? And then there's also this deity who will grant you different things based on achievements, which I thought was interesting. So if you achieve certain things, you know, spend 1,000 action points, casting skills provided by wands, you can eventually unlock new wands. And you get them for free, you don't have to spend anything, but you do have to look at the achievements, I guess. But it doesn't look like we have anything new here right now to unlock. And you do that between every single night. Now our characters here, our friends, have a level up each. So now we got to pick. Okay, so we have our sword user here, and you kind of get random rolls. How many points they're gonna get. Armor is just flat damage reduction. Oh wait, no. Armor is pretty much that, right? It's what I described earlier. It's like temporary health that you regain every turn. I think more of that would be great for someone who's probably going to stay in melee range a lot. So I'm okay taking that. It's also green, which means it's uncommon versus the commons. It's a pretty big increase, right? We do have a couple rerolls here. Propagation bonuses doesn't help. Most of these things do not help us a lot. Reliability is the minimum damage roll. Opportunism is based on if they have a negative effect or not. I feel like this is a roll, but we get fewer options if I do it. Uh-oh. These are still pretty bad. I would consider daily health regen, if anything. Let's big ball it. We didn't get much. Experience gain, though, I like. I like experience gain. I shall take. Now, one thing you may or may not like, I guess, is that once this mission is over, the 2 to 3 hour mission, you don't see these characters again. They're gonzo. So this is just for this mission. You get a whole new set, and you can hire more, you can fire more, you can, if they die, you can replace them in the middle of the mission and things like that. I'm not certain how I feel about that yet, because I kind of like the idea of building them up and then being able to keep them, but I understand why that's not necessarily possible here. All right, so anyway, we got perks here, so we can buy one of these. These are pretty randomized. You can see like the category it's meant for here, kind of. It seems like each character kind of has random ones, so these aren't necessarily fixed. Unlocks the sprint skill, allowing to restore movement points in exchange for some health. I don't think so. Every 4 enemies killed plus mana regen. No. Didn't move plus accuracy. No. Poison, no. Whenever the hero is adjacent to a building, defense, or obstacle, plus 25 armor, increased by 5 for each level of the hero. I kind of like that. Unlocks the cheer skill. Upgrades the jump over skill. Armor increased by 110% the hero's daily health regen, so I get 16 armor passively. Straight up. That's pretty good. And we might come back for this one anyway, I'd say. It's possible. I say. All right, next character. This is... Who are you? Okay, this is the marksman. Fatality. So you can execute an enemy under 16 health, but they have to be in melee range. So it's like a free kill if they are at low health, but this archer is never going to be in melee range, right? As long as the hero didn't move, plus 10 accuracy, plus 1 skill range. That's okay. Plus 15% stun chance. Restore 1 use to all the skills of the current weapon set. No. Cheer. I don't love these. Plus 6 mana, increased by 3 for each level of the hero. So mana is going to be really important in the long term. So I think I will take that. We saw the archer's AoE abilities, and they're very, very strong. So you need a lot of mana. All right, let's level them up as well. We don't really care about health. Damage is nice, but it's kind of a low roll, right? Do we take it anyway? I'd imagine 6% critical chance is probably worth more than 5% damage, right? I don't know how much a critical hits for. Does it scale up? What's it start at? You know what I mean? I don't know if there's like Oh wait, what's it say here? Okay, hold on. Crit power 150%. So it deals 2.5 damage. Is that correct? Imagine that's the way to go, right? Isolation. Units with no adjacent ally take additional damage. That's not great for this hero, I'd say. I don't love these at all. What else you got? Magic damage. Boo. These are pretty bad. But I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to do daily mana regen, I think. Wanda, what do you got? Accuracy plus 12%. Something tells me accuracy is going to be more important than I had needed in previous missions. So this is sort of the magic user that we have. You can see the types of damage that they're dealing here. They're both magic damage. One of them is propagation related. I guess we just do some magic damage, right? Okay. You can take a look at some passives that they have. What's the perk for you? Mana again. We might just take that one. Every 2 attacks from the hero dodged by at least 1 unit, huh? For every couple of dodges you make, I think. When attacking an isolated unit, this attack gets plus 40% reliability. Nah. One bag equipment slot? No. Let's just do the mana for them, right? Alright, so we're done with them. We get a reward for completing the night. It's a piece of equipment. So we have a two-handed Tome of Secrets here that our mage can equip, I believe. Now, it does change their spells entirely. Shadow Bolt. Well, I don't love our current spells on them, I gotta say. Fireball, Lightning Strike. I kind of like the sound of these. You get plus health, opportunism. Base damage is much higher. It's two-handed. I don't know, I kind of like it. There's this hammer. I don't know who I could give it to. I've used the hammer before. It's kind of boring. Thing is, this lone wolf armor would probably be great for this character here, because look at the armor increase. You get critical, you get more health, you get more reliability. But that's not fun, right? That's not fun. How do I know if they can equip it? Can I just assume they can equip it? I'm trying to look for a sign. Let's confirm and take a look. Go back to the character sheet. Okay, yeah, they can't use their shield anymore, but that's okay. I guess I'll put that as their second equipment set. You might be able to swap that in combat. I'm actually not sure. We're not done yet. There's more to do. So we got to build new structures here. I wasn't kidding when I said there was a lot to do. So we have workers. So right now we have a maximum of 2 workers. 2 are currently available to do things. We can spend gold to get more workers to do more things. So I like mana wells to get back mana as much as possible. I guess you'd want them to be closer to the center of the town, so maybe that was stupid up there. I spent all my money without paying attention, and we'll get a house for more workers. There's a lot to cover there, as you can see. Now you can use this. You can use the workers to give them max mana, actually. Restore mana to everybody, and you get a free use of restoring some mana to one person. So I think that's all our workers can really do right now. I can have them tear down this well for money and materials, but I kind of like going big in the mana. Let's give it to the... all 3 kind of need it, don't they? 29 mana, 35, 58. One of them has like a crazy amount of mana. Maybe we don't do their max mana. Let's do that. We'll restore some to you, because something tells me the sword user... I like the sword user's skills so far. Alright, so we have 1 more worker. Why don't we tear up the well here to get some more gold? Sounds good. You could buy new gear here. So we got an axe. I mean, I can't afford anything. Not really, at least. But you can buy new gear for the heroes. And lastly, we can build some defenses. Hello? Oh, okay, it's down here now. Okay, so we know the enemies are coming this way. So to try to prevent them from just sneaking in, you probably want to build up some wall here and kind of, what do you call it? Turtleneck them? You know what I'm saying, right? Hold them off, stave them off, you know what I mean? Keep them at bay. All right, and then we would pretty much be ready to go. I don't see anything else to do. And then it wants me to just double check the positioning. It's too bad your health is so low, huh? What does that say? -2 movement points because they're injured. Maybe I should have planned around restoring some more health to them. I don't know, but here we are. Let's move them closer. But they probably don't need that to be that far away. I'll show you the start of this. But I think that's a good introduction to the last spell. I love this game. You know, there's a reason for the thumbnail. I'm loving it so far. I just want to keep playing I told my wife that, you know, I'm only gonna play for like 30 minutes, and then 2.5 hours later, you know, I'm in trouble, you know what I mean? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. If you like the game, if you love the game, if you hate the game, if you want to see more of it, if you want to see less of it, you know what to do. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, bye-bye, everyone.